Well, here is an interesting one. This is Lorenz Kraus. He's obviously the one not in a suit. He killed his aging parents because they were getting to the point that they were going to need elder care. Now, all this takes place in Albany, New York. It is an ongoing case as of this recording for myself. As of Bombards recording, looking at this, it hasn't gotten to the court date yet. But this is going to, and as you watch this, probably be a very political trial because his defense basically is they're getting old. We're all going to have to deal with these aging boomers that have dementia and all kinds of medical problems, and their quality of life is going downhill, and there's not enough people to take care of them. So he did the most humane thing that he could, which was kill them. Basically looking for those suicide pods. Need to legalize those suicide pods. I am not advocating for legalizing suicide pods. And in all honesty, I can definitely see if you're in a no-win situation and you've tried everything, going through pain and suffering just doesn't seem to be the way. Oh, I got a month to live. There's no way out of it. Please nix me. Support us via Patreon, the website, and buying some table legs. You guys don't realize it's the only time I have peace in this house.
All right, Lawrence. Well, thanks for sitting down with us. We really appreciate it.
All right, right off the bat, he's tapping his finger. He was leaning forward and back, and I'm thinking, because we didn't get to see him come into this situation or what's going on prior to the camera coming on, that he was probably rocking back and forth, which is basically a self-comforting method. That's all it is. Tells us right off the bat, this guy is extremely nervous.
Get to the statement, but first we want to talk about the more recent event, actually the prior events and now the more recent events. Take me back to the summer of 2017. What happened to your parents?
So we got the hand on the knee rubbing. We're playing with our shorts. This is stress. We also got the very big movement in the body where he repositioned himself in the chair. It's like, automatically, if he hadn't confessed to this, I'd have been like, he did it.
My mother wrote me a note, which the police must have now, describing her walking across Whitehall Road.
All right, now you're hearing something in the mouth. I'm trying to mimic it. I suck at it. I end up sounding like I've got some phlegm or some mess. But basically, it's a dead tongue. I mean, it still moves, but the tongue is just not really forming all the letters as fast as the brain wants it to do. And for him, as you will find out, his brain's already moving slow. But even at this speed, the tongue cannot keep up. And I always look at that as, okay. So you may not have like a complete moron when you hear this kind of thing, but you automatically know because the brain is slow and even the tongue cannot keep up, that putting two and two together for this individual is like asking the government to do its job. You know it's possible.
I'm not Whitehall, Wolf Road. And she fell down on her face. And she had, when I saw her a week or so later.
So then you see this part. His hands are talking with him, which is always a good sign as far as a truth telling, especially when they're going with the brain. And so when you watch this,
when I saw her a week,
they go out, they fling out a week, they fling out again a week, because the brain is like, it's out there. I know it's out there. What is the word we want to put with this? Oh, yes, we want to use the word week. It's been a week. Until the brain figures out the word that it wants, the body is going, it's out that way. It's out that way. Can you catch up and say the damn word?
Or so later, yellow and green, black and blue marks from this. And
so he's trying to recall the colors, and that's why he keeps touching his face, because the brain is like, it's right there in her face. Do you not see the colors? It's right there. It's right there. But again, we just have another tell that the brain is really struggling to communicate with the body that there are colors involved and what their names are. I surmise by his political talking points that he eventually goes into that we may or may not look at, that he has followed the FDA's guidelines all the way up until the new administration took over. Wow, did I say that very covert or what? Let's keep going.
She wrote that down.
It is so bad, this gentleman finally, had to close his eyes so that the brain could stop all distraction.
And that was a situation that became...
Yeah, I can't stop. I just had to show you that again. That the arm comes out twice because the brain is still trying to talk. At no point, because I've already watched this, does it get better. He didn't start out that way as far as being better. He didn't go into this and get worse. It's just this is him. Now we're going to watch up until he pretty much gets challenged by this interviewer, who did a very good job, by the way.
When it actually happened, when your parents died, did they know it was happening to them?
Oh, yeah.
So he admits to it at this point. I think he was pretty much caught off guard. Head goes up, comes back down. Oh, yeah. You see no deflection there. He's pretty calm about it.
And they knew it was at your hand?
Well, yes, no one else's.
And then he searches, you see from the eyes that he's searching memory. And he's kind of exasperated. And he goes, oh, yeah, no one else's. Because he throws his hands up in the air like, dude, what are you thinking?
Right. So they...
The mouth goes tight. You see an exhale of the body as it falls down. Like, oh, I've given up.
They realized what you were doing to them as it happened.
Yes.
They knew that this was it for them, that they were perishing at your hand.
Yes. And it was so quick.
Yes, he's mad. He's very upset, throwing the arms up. He's irritated. I think this is where he realizes that he messed up, because his intent was not to confess to murder on the TV show.
How did you do it?
Yeah, I can't talk about that.
Well, you've just told us.
So he's trying to go back. I won't. I can't talk. The head goes sideways. The arms are being flown out. He's licking his mouth. He's still trying to hold on to not completely confessing to killing people and the method that he used.
That
Right.
It was at your hand.
Right.
Were there drugs involved? Was there
no.
a suffocation? You suffocated them?
Now we're having the positive head movement to answer him in response. And kudos to this reporter who did not let a head shake be the answer. He wanted a verbal confirmation. You suffocated them, which is why he kept repeating it.
You suffocated your parents.
Yeah.
And he's irritated with it because he's rolling at eyes, go wide, look up in the air, stop asking me these questions.
That was the best way to take their lives, through suffocation.
Basically.
Which parent did you suffocate first?
My father, and after he died, my mother put her head on his chest, and she was there for a few hours, and then I finished her.
You know, I'm realizing now, he never actually goes to emotional memory when he's sitting there describing as he kills them. He's got a visual, which one did you go with first? Oh, the visual is that one. And then I'm going to go down here to the doing, the memory of doing.
And then what did you do?
I think you're getting the sight of someone who's just upset for confessing to something he really didn't mean to do on TV. I think he overestimated his abilities to lie and to debate his side of the story so that he came out on top. He overestimated them greatly. I won't speak on it, but I will let you watch his debate. It's very short, which is why I think he overestimated it.
Did you realize what you were doing, as righteous as you may have thought it was illegal? And
Oh, yeah.
you knew you were breaking the law. You knew you were...
Well, that's what I'm saying. We have to squeeze the law to fit the humans, not us, the humans to fit the law. And we have 40 million boomers. They're all going to suffer a horrible death, typically. My mother always... If somebody died in their home, she would say, great, the person died with their boots on, instead of going to a hospital and going through a meat processing factory kind of thing. So they were both children of World War II. My mother was born in 42. She was a toddler. She told me she would follow funerals behind the horse and wagon. This is the kind of world she grew up in. My father was at age 12 in a communist concentration camp for 3 years. So they had very serious lives, given the globe, the genocidal British geopolitics, as I call it. And so they were not fooling around on things. They were serious people.
When you were doing this, did you think about the financial ramifications, the fact that you would continue to take their government money?
Once that happens, then what do you do? I mean, the government is pissed.
It's kind of funny. So I let him sit there and talk, but we get into this money from their Social Security, and he starts smiling again. Oh, well, by the way, after this interview, the police were waiting for him, and he has since been arrested and is awaiting trial, supposedly on the 28th of October, 2025.
Thank you.
Thank you for seeing us again, Lawrence. Since you told me yesterday that you killed your parents, do you feel a sense of relief today about that?
Not any extra relief. No, not at all.
The world knows what happened now? That doesn't...
I mean, that does help. I think. I'm glad that people know about my statement. That's important to me.
But I think people out there care about your parents and what happened to them.
Yes.
Can we just go through that again very quickly? That night that you decided to take their lives, did you know that day, the day before, when did you know that was the time?
I swear to God, I'm starting to think this reporter is working for the cops. All right, great. You got him to confess. Could we see if it was premeditated? Like you want to come get a job as a detective? Dear Lord.
To do this.
My father laid back and was ready. He knew. I just want to say a message that there's a legal defense type of thing, and then there's a political defense. And the most important law in this country is New York State ratification law, which says that the people have the power to reassume the powers of government whensoever it is necessary to their happiness. And one of my goals was to create a board of trustees for New York State. And to create that initial trustee, someone needs to know what to do. So I'm making the claim that I'm the initial trustee of the New York State Board of Trustees, and they would have...
All right, so you can see now the politicalness that is going to be coming through this. That's what I was talking about. Now, sit there and watched him closely. He believes this. This is something he's prepared in his mind because it's coming out a little faster. I mean, the is kind of still there, the stuttering. But he's thought about it. He's studied it. And he's probably talked to his lawyer about it. Whatever the hell's been going on in background, I don't know. What I was really curious on that doesn't get asked, and as good as this reporter is if he came up with this political angle on his own, or if he was spoon-fed it from one of those nefarious organizations that love to use acronyms and letters for their name. Can't give you any insights. I was just suspecting it and was hoping that he could give me a tell, and he did not.
Prosecutorial immunity. And so I appeal to that as having prosecutorial immunity for this case.
It's pretty much a certainty that's not going to happen.
I love this reporter. I just love him. He's like my little spirit animal. He's just so grand. And this is where I was like, oh, will we get a tell? Go back.
This case.
It's pretty much a certainty that's not going to happen.
So he throws it out. It's pretty much a certainty that it's not going to happen. And Lawrence over here, he just throws that statement out the way like, you don't know. I was like, well, Lawrence, what has got you so confident that this reporter, who's outsmarted you pretty much every step of the way, is the idiot? So we see this, the eyes closed on it. He threw it out and he's looking over here in the doing, the auditory. This is something that has been spoken to him, but spoken to by who? Dun, dun, dun.
Also talked about wanting to be tried under German law.
Well, ancient German law, yes.
Is that still something you're looking for?
I would ask for it. There's nothing wrong with asking. I mean, you never know if you'll get a yes.
All right, so he's playing with his little, I don't know what the hell this is in his hand, but he's playing with it. His little statement on this one isn't as big. It's more of he knows the German law thing is not a thing, but he defends it anyways because he's conscious and he's got an ego. That's reality. But the initial thing of, I was pretty sure you're not going to get that. He's like, you don't know. Hands thrown up, everything. Just, you don't know. Then you see it again. The hands obviously didn't come out as far. But now we'll go back so that we can reinforce the tells. Because remember, as many of you may not remember, and those of you who are new may not know, if you're going to say anything about someone's context, what they're thinking, how they're doing, you need multiple tells. I always like 2 to 3. If you see one tell and that's the only thing you can stand on as, well, he's a liar, you're an idiot, because there's nothing else in the body that's agreeing with the one tell you pointed out. You always have to have multiples. The eyes close, and they close for an extended amount of time because it's an embarrassing kind of thing. I'm good. And then ego steps in. Then you see the believe me look for that. And we were going back more into ego. Nothing wrong with asking. He's not making those big movements.
Yes, you can get a yes. And this country is unstable right now. You don't know what could break up. And I do think the country should break up into pieces to make it better for everyone. Even the Washington Post suggested that.
The court.
So he's giving you his foundation of how intelligent he is, that even the Washington Compost agrees. He might as well said CNN. Anyways, that was the only part I was really interested. Who whispered in his ear, if I could see that? Something was talking to him, but that's it. There's no follow-up question on who he was talking to. The reporter's now thing was premeditation. He pretty much admitted that in the last one. The cops just want the real confession so that they can take it all to court. Because this guy's so smart. Please remember to go and check out my Patreon and website.
Thanks for watching.